Hello, I'm Pat Pavelka. Thank you for spending time with me today. Our activity that we're going to look at, my students have called Tic Tac Grid. It's basically a shower curtain liner that we've taken electrical tape and made grids on them. Now, electrical tape usually is black. Sometimes you can find it in a bunch of different colors. So, it's a shower curtain liner with grids made with electrical tape. This is on the floor in your classroom. I've put it behind me so you can see it a little bit better. But in your classroom, it's not on the wall. It's on the floor. This is a great activity that you could use with your whole class while you're working with any kind of curriculum area. You see all the different buckets here. It's also an activity that is really great to do at a center for students to practice your curriculum that you're working with now, or practice things that you've done a couple of months ago that you need them to just keep up front. A lot of times students do really well when you're teaching something right now, and then 3 months later you come back to it and it's like you never taught it. They have no idea. So this is going to be really great. It'll just make your curriculum be cyclical. So here's how it works. We have different buckets for different curriculum areas: science, social studies, language arts, spelling, reading. So anything that you're teaching in terms of a curriculum, you really want a bucket to match that curriculum. Let's use this bucket. So the first thing you'll do is make a decision which one you're going to use. So let's practice with contractions. Let's say you've taught this and you want kids to practice with it. The cards on the inside, and every bucket has cards based on whatever the topic is. So for example, these are contractions. Students would take these cards and they would put them on the grid. Just fill up the boxes. It does not matter what side they use. They could use this side that says I will, which means when they land on this square, and I'll show you how they do that in a minute, when they land on this square, they have to tell you the contraction. Or you can put I'll, and they have to tell you the two words that go with it. Either one works. So here's how you actually run it. Set of dice, you roll it. Oh no, didn't fall off. A 5 and a 4. So students would pick, do I want to go over 4 and down 5? Or do I want to go over 5 and down 4? They can pick it, whichever box or grid that they want to get and look at and practice. So 5 and 4, they would get to the grid, they would pull this off, and then if it's a contraction, they would give you the contraction or the two words. Let's say you were working with things in science. So prime meridian, 4 hemispheres, South Pole. So you see these are all really related to your topics. Here's social studies, legislative branch, executive branch, everything you teach. Put it in the bucket, and then you're constantly practicing. Now, this is held together by rings. As you finish each unit or each piece of teaching, you're going to take the cards that are old, punch a hole, put them together, and put them back in. So now, at the end of the year, you've got every single unit that you've studied all together in a ring, and the most current one are just blank pieces of index cards in each of those. So again, it's great for practicing now as you're learning something. It's great for review, and you really will have almost every subject area that you've covered a set of cards for that review at the end of the year, or that review before they take a test or a quiz. So thank you for spending time with me, and have fun with those grids.